Hi everyone, hope everyone's having a great week so far. I'm coming on to you today with a really cool topic on learning any subject or skill much faster. As I know that today's technology world and the world being bombarded with lots of information. We all want to know how to learn anything faster, any new skill faster, as we know things are moving fast and more demands are placed on us to learn more things as information is more readily available. So I'm going to share with you 4 steps from one of my mentors, Jim Quick, as he is a specialist in learning faster. So these are some of the things that I've learned from him, and I wanted to share it with you as well. Hello guys, thank you so much for coming on. Beta, Mercedes, thank you so much for joining this live as well, which is learning something, a skill or a subject much faster. So the first thing is I'm gonna go down the letters fast. So fast for fast learning. So the first step in fast is the letter F, which would be fast. So you want to forget that this one stands for forgetting everything that you know regarding the subject that you like to learn, or the skill that you like to learn. A lot of times when we have prior knowledge over a subject, it's very easy for us to get bogged down on the information we already know. But in this case, in order to learn something brand new faster, you want to ensure that you are having a beginner's mind and cleaning out all the prior knowledge as much as you can in order to focus so that you can learn something new. So forget what you have already known about the subject. The next letter is the A, which is active learning versus passive learning. Traditionally, we're used to passive learning in traditional schools where an instructor or your teacher gives you the information and then you learn the information passively while you're sitting quietly. But the best use of information and the best absorbment of information that we do is active learning, where we take information we have learned and we apply it, and we actually come up with an active way to create. So our brain learns through creation. So we want to ensure that we are learning not in a passive state, but in active state. It's always very true that when we learn information with emotion behind it, we tend to remember it much longer and much faster. Because we can attach that emotion behind the information that we are learning. So combined with emotion, information is retained in a long-term memory for a much longer period of time. So all learning, as I said, is state dependent. You are dependent on your state, and we all learn by stories most of the time. So I don't know, you could think back when you learned something new, that it was much easier to retain the information by hearing a story, which in itself is an emotion inclined communication, where you are emotionally attached to that story. So this is an example of the active learning, as I was talking about, learning through stories. We want to maintain a state of curiosity when we learn something new, and we want to definitely maintain a state of just like kids, that they're excited to learn something new for the first time. As we get older, we do carry on more information, so we tend to lose that. So we want to make sure that we have that curiosity and the beginner's mind when we are learning a new subject or a new skill as well. So we absolutely want to maintain that as well. And then also be mindful, everyone learns a different way. Some people are more visual learners, some people are more audio oriented, which would be my case. So if you know your best yourself first, so if you're better, more inclined to being a visual learner, then whenever you can, you want to take in information that way, because that would be the best way for you to learn. So knowing that is it's also really important to help yourself through learn things faster that you're trying to do so. Another technique, which would be the last letter of FAST, which would be T. So learn something as if you're teaching it to someone else. I do this all the time. So when I learn new information, I'm always looking to dissect it and go to the core of it. So then I'm better able to share that information with someone else as I'm trying to teach it to someone else. Even though you might not want to teach it to someone else right away, just giving yourself that mindset that you're going to teach it to someone else really makes you pay attention to the information much more deeply, and that will help you for absorbing it. Something else that I've learned: when you are teaching information to someone else, you are also learning it twice, and it's helping you absorb the information much more in a deeper way than when you are just taking information and just maybe sharing it unintentionally. So when you are intentional with your information, you are learning it twice. So definitely helps for the understanding of that information a much deeper level for you when you share it. So these were the 4 letters: FAST by Jim Kwik. So as I said before, F stands for forget, A stands for active learning, S stands for state inclined learning, and then T stands for teaching someone else. So learn information so you can teach it to someone else. So I hope these tips were helpful for you today. Thank you so much for those of you that joined my live. So nice to see everyone again. Eneida, Anila, thank you so much for joining. And I'll see you here on another topic another week. Take care, everybody.